basically, nobody Prince family in Houston. Nobody, including the cops. The cops know what it is.
Maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word.
This is supposed to be this gangster, this mob figure, and everyone has to, in Houston that comes through has to come and check in. But it's very rare that you would see a mobster or even let's say El Chapo or anybody doing interviews.
Take off and not nobody from Houston, attack nobody until the homie that was with them would take off them, whatever his name may be. He giving all kinds of statements.
Major bombshell just hit the streets. Brand new federal documents just leaked, and guess what? The feds have been secretly tracking J. Prince for years. That's right, they've been quietly stacking files, watching his every move, and it's all finally coming to light. Now, if you know J. Prince's rise to power, then you already know. People in the hip-hop world been throwing shade at him for ages, especially calling out his son for some shady behavior. Prince Jr.'s name been floating around in serious talks. Some folks believe he was tied to what went down with Takeoff and Duke the Jeweler. Word is Prince Jr.'s always around when dice games in Houston go left, and it ain't looking like a coincidence. And let's not forget J. Prince Sr. While the feds were secretly calling Rap-A-Lot a silent cartel, no charges ever stuck. Until now. But that streak might be over real soon. The newly leaked files are making it clear. A RICO case is brewing and it's about to explode. Let's break it all down.
All that check-in where he concerned, Takeoff concerned, is a lie. None of it ever fact.
Let's get into why J. Prince might really be facing a RICO case this time around. The feds already had him labeled as the head of what they called a silent rap cartel. Now, with more names being linked to violent incidents tied to him and his crew, it wouldn't be shocking if they dust off those old files and come back swinging with new charges. And here's why that's huge. RICO laws are built to take down the boss, the one calling the shots, even if they never got their hands dirty. Those DEA files from the 90s and early 2000s already painted J. Prince as a big-time shot caller, someone who might have been running a whole operation under the mask of Rap-A-Lot Records. But back then, nothing stuck because a lot of the agents involved were dirty. Fast forward to now, the streets are buzzing, and the patterns are way too loud to ignore. These new files show the government always believed Prince was running something way deeper than just a record label. And if they can connect the dots between those old suspicions and what's happening today, they could build a brand new RICO case using the same blueprint. Only now, they've got new evidence, real bodies, and way more people in the game ready to speak out. Prince has been tied to serious accusations for years: extortion, street-level politics, and all kinds of shady business. But recently, his name's been popping back up heavy in the headlines for some wild moves. Like in July 2020 when NBA YoungBoy Spot in Houston got hit and some of his stuff was stolen. Instead of staying quiet, J. Prince went public, saying he had the items and could return them. A lot of folks saw that as a flex, like he was showing off power, or even low-key trying to extort YoungBoy. That move raised a lot of eyebrows.
Little homie YoungBoy place got broke into. I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right. The keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, all that they took.
Rolls Royce, umbrellas, we got your keys, got a bunch of other shit, so get in contact with us, bro. Get your shit back, bro.
All good, waiting on you.
But NBA YoungBoy wasn't letting that slide. He hopped on IG Live and straight up let J. Prince know he's not with any of that. He made it very clear he doesn't play those kinds of games.
Hey, I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. All that shit. Hey, I don't respect none of that shit. If you got something for me, plenty around me you could call. It's plenty ways you can get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no fucking publicity. None of that shit. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway.
And then there was Takeoff. tragically killed in Houston on November 1st, 2022, while allegedly being under the protection of Jay Prince's son, that shook the whole industry. And things got even messier when Kendrick Lamar dropped Euphoria, where he rapped, "His daddy a killer, he wanna be Junior. They must have forgot the ish that they done. Dementia must run in his family. But let it get shaky, I'll park his son." People were quick to say that bar was aimed straight at Jay Prince and Jay Prince Jr., connecting them to the whispers about their alleged ties to Takeoff's death. But Takeoff wasn't even the first person who lost his life after being around one of Jay Prince's Jr. infamous dice games. Just a few months earlier, Chicago jeweler Duke walked out of a Houston game with $100,000 in winnings, but he never made it to his car. He got robbed, ambushed, and fatally shot. So why are the feds circling now? It's not just about those two high-profile deaths. It's the whole setup. The people, the patterns, the streets talking. The feds are seeing more than just bad luck. They're seeing what looks like a well-oiled operation mixing music, money, violence, and street control. And that's the exact combo they love to slap with a RICO charge. See, RICO doesn't need you to pull the trigger. It just needs you to be the one calling the plays. If prosecutors can link a chain of dirty moves and prove the boss is running it all, that's enough to take someone down hard. Back in the day, DEA files already called Rap-A-Lot a silent cartel. And according to newly leaked reports, Jay Prince was under serious surveillance as recently as 2024. We're talking wiretaps, informants, undercover stings. There were even media reports claiming the feds had raided Jay Prince's offices. But Prince came out fast, shutting it all down. He clapped back saying, "The people that start these rumors tell lies for a living. I don't have time to keep up with their BS." But now, it's starting to look like this might not just be rumors anymore. See, the big issue back in the day was the agents running the investigation. A lot of them turned out to be corrupt, stealing money, fabricating evidence, even lying under oath. Because of that, the case fell apart and Rap-A-Lot's empire kept rolling without a scratch. But the game has changed. First, there's been way more violence connected to folks in the Prince's inner circle. The deaths of Duke the Jeweler and Takeoff, both after dice games where Prince Jr. was spotted, aren't just being brushed off anymore. Even though both Jay Prince and his son have denied any involvement, prosecutors could claim these incidents show a deeper pattern. If they can prove those deaths weren't just random, but part of a system tied to territory control, intimidation, or street politics, that's textbook RICO material.
Associating me with the situation because I went to LaBusa pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got killed. He got leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him. So, you know, the internet play internet games.
And let's not forget all the social media chaos and leaked footage floating around. Folks like Charleston White, Boosie, and even 50 Cent have been dropping hints, claiming Jay Prince and his son been setting people up for years.
A sucker to me, a sucker pick who he be fight with. Right. Like if you sitting and you, I'm not going because this. I think I can take him. Right. You want to fight the nigga you think you can be.
Hey, mob ties. No wonder everybody got to check in, y'all. Now I'm checking in with the police department. Police department told me, hey man, you got a problem with Mr. James Prince. Austin, we hear you got a problem with James Prince. Man, we scared of him. I swear to God, y'all.
And to make things even crazier, DJ Academics went public and straight up claimed that Jay Prince has the Houston police on his payroll.
Basically, nobody Prince family in Houston. Nobody, including the cops. Cops know what it is.
Now let's get into the business side of things. Rap-A-Lot and mob ties ain't just about music or fashion. They're allegedly moving like enterprises with structure, ranks, and orders being passed down. And if prosecutors can prove these brands are just fronts for illegal activity, like extortion, intimidation, or money laundering, that's all they need to kick open the door for a RICO case. Then look at the public moves made by both Jay Prince Sr. and Jr. after violent incidents. There's a clear pattern. They push their own version of events, control the narrative, and dodge full cooperation with law enforcement. That kind of behavior screams risk management, like they're trying to protect something much bigger underneath the surface.
That came here. I wish he would have never came with Quavo. I wish he would have never brought this nigga into Houston because he can't think. You know what I mean? This whole root of everything happening is from his action. And to be frank, honest about the situation, I wish that bullet would have hit him instead of Takeoff because he was the one that deserved that.
Here's the thing about RICO. Prosecutors don't need to prove the boss pulled the trigger or robbed anyone. All they gotta do is show he was part of the operation that ordered or benefited from those crimes, and that's enough to take him down. So even if J. Prince never touched a weapon or threatened a soul, they can still argue that he built and maintained the environment where those crimes went down and got paid off the chaos. Another angle the feds might run with, the money trail. Rap-A-Lot, mob ties, and all their connected businesses have millions flowing through them. And if any of that cash is tied to shady deals like bribes, protection payments, or robbery profits, that's money laundering. And money laundering plays a huge role in most RICO cases. Let's not forget, those old DEA files didn't just mention Rap-A-Lot casually. They straight up labeled it a silent cartel. That's huge, because the word cartel ain't used lightly. It usually means a whole criminal network running a territory or market from behind the scenes. And let's be real, Rap-A-Lot's long grip on the Houston rap scene, plus the talk about dice games and street enforcement, it fits the profile. Now here's the real challenge for J. Prince, trying to separate his legit businesses from all the violent and illegal behavior swirling around his circle, especially his own son. In the streets, the Prince name holds weight. It's more than just a family, it's a whole brand. And that makes it easier for prosecutors to argue that this was never just music, it was an enterprise. So what's next? With these leaked DEA files floating around and all this heat building, federal prosecutors might finally have the ammo they've been waiting for. They could bring back that silent cartel narrative, tie in newer crimes, public accusations, and if they connect the dots just right, we might see indictments that shake the Houston rap world to its core. But what do you think? Are the feds really about to bring RICO charges that stick, or is this just more noise? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Catch you in the next one.